Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, about a socially awkward youth who ventures to an orphanage for the extraordinarily gifted, is a culmination of several different films from similar genres. Surrealist director Tim Burton enjoys sticking his creative licensed fingers into a lot of different pies while in production for a new film, many of which are noticeably integrated into Miss Peregrine's. Despite his dabbling, Burton still seems to maintain the core essence of Ransom Riggs' novel. It was probably because Burton remained so loyal to the source material that he was granted such leeway, so long as he didn't imbue the film with tedious tropes and cliches. With all young adult tales, we are asked to care about a teen protagonist, Jake, played by Asa Butterfield, who doesn't fit in with the social construct. Most of us can relate. We've likely been where he is. Jake has an unusually close relationship with his paranoid grandfather, Abe, played by Terrence Stamp, from whom Jake heard numerous far-fetched bedtime stories. The relationship serves to generate sympathy, or rather pity. Abe dies, which in turn lends credibility to his tall tales. This heightens tension. The story reels us in. The mystery element is one of the film's greatest strengths. The second quarter of the film, during where our protagonist flounders back and forth between the ordinary world and the peculiar one, is the film's greatest weakness. The development of Jake's character is overutilized, despite him being the main protagonist. Nevertheless, Jake's discovery of the orphanage and the way he is fascinated by what goes on is a nice subtle nod to Harry Potter and the way he is awed by the magical world of Hogwarts. A romance develops between Jake and Emma. I don't mind this. There are so many great things to focus on that their relationship, however drawn out, is virtually seamless. Miss Peregrine, played by Eva Green, has a stern but light-hearted demeanor. She is a strong, well-rounded, and likable character. Her scrupulous attention to clocks is somewhat comparable to that of Hook, although time serves an entirely different purpose in both films. That brings me to the loops. To ensure the safety and security of Miss Peregrine and her children, time is reset. No one will age. No one will ever die. This is where the fantasy element taps into a universal truth. Who hasn't fantasized about setting back time so that they can live someplace forever? Miss Peregrine's loops are not impenetrable, however, for her orphanage is soon threatened by the shape-shifting Mr. Barron, played by Samuel L. Jackson, and his army of hollows. I was concerned that Samuel L. Jackson would be miscast and that I wouldn't be able to take him seriously. You can't. His performance is as over-the-top as ever, but in a film so surreal, Jackson fits in perfectly well. Barron's motivation for invading the orphanage is that he must feast on the eyeballs of his victims to maintain his status as a human being. Gross and demented, I know, but what else can you expect from Tim Burton? Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children may contain a collage of earlier fantasy adventure films, but the throwbacks are subtle. They pay homage rather than distract from the essential plot. The film may spend too much time focusing on Jake trying to decide where he belongs, rather than allowing his character to evolve in the world we already know he will choose. And what fantasy adventure story would be complete without a hackneyed romance? I enjoyed this movie. I immersed myself into the atmosphere. I found the eccentric little moments cleverly amusing, and I even cared about the characters. Who could ask for more? On a scale of 1 to 5, based on how many views I think this film is worth, I give Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children a solid 4. Do you agree with my review? What do you think about Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children? Does it remind you too much of other movies? Or is it fine as it stands? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching the video. I am the Renting Usher. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, share, or consider subscribing to my channel for reviews of movies, trailers, TV shows, tributes, countdowns, and speculations. Thank you again for watching. I'll see you next time.